Masuk gak? Masuk gak? Is my voice in? Halo Kak Pim. Halo Kak Pim. Oh my god, long time no see Kak Pim. Gimana kabarnya? Suara aku masuk gak sih? Aku lagi malas monitor. Is my voice in? I don't wanna monitor right now. Also suara the YouTube chat didn't show up again. I wonder how to work on that. Welcome yang baru datang, selamat datang di acara kita hari ini. Pada malam hari ini, harinya adalah hari Sabtu. Mari kita Good evening. I hope you're okay today. Hi, Crimson Cherry. Long time no see. I hope you also have a great day today. How's your Saturday, everyone? What have you been doing on? Masuk suaranya oke. Oke, kalau masuk good then. Gimana kabarnya di hari Sabtu ini? Aku kemarin baru streaming, tapi hari ini mau streaming lagi. Yes, your voice can be heard. Oke, thank you. Ngedelay dikit ya? Is it delaying? Wait. Let me check lah. Suaraku nggak masuk, wait. Nggak masuk di akunya ya masih, wait. Jam berapa? Oh ya, lupa ada jamnya. I forgot that I have time in. Oh, okay, a little bit delayed, agak delayed, but it's okay. It's so sad that YouTube chat still doesn't get in right now. Let me try to set on the stream elements. Hari ini sebenarnya aku nggak banyak ngapa-ngapain sih. Today I haven't done much. Ntar aku kayaknya aku bakal nunggu audience switch. Kalau emang ada yang bahasa Inggris, aku switch ke bahasa Inggris. Tapi buat sekarang aku pakai bahasa Indo dulu deh. Bentar ya. Kok nggak mau ya? Kok nggak nunjuk ya anunya? Where should I go again? I kind of forget. Few steps away from streaming volume. I already connect it. Hari ini nggak banyak sih yang aku lakuin. Hari ini aku tuh kayak dilema ya, karena aku lagi ada proyek gambar belum selesai. Aku kerjain itu aja deh. Aku tuh dari kemarin pengen ngerjain proyek gambar, tapi nggak aku kerjain dulu. Bukan ini sih, bukan. Bentar aku wait. I forgot where I saved my tablet again. Oh yeah, also with that, guys, sekarang aku udah punya tablet drawing. Now I have drawing tablet easy. Jadi aku udah bisa gambar di laptop. I think I'm just gonna do a chill art stream. Kayaknya aku kayaknya aku bikin gambar aja deh, because I should have finished this like 2 weeks ago, but life is so hectic that I didn't work on it. Wait. It's gonna be a chill art stream. Then I think it's okay to show it because it will be uploaded eventually. I don't care. Because I need help to create it too. Atau aku bisa mulai bikin rap sheet juga sih dari sekarang. Jadi tuh jadi kabarku akhir-akhir ini adalah aku baru masak Indomie akhirnya. Aku masak Indomie, I cook Indomie dengan bok choy dan telur. Oh my god, so delicious. Karena lagi pengen sih, terus makan 2 bungkus sampai sekarang masih kenyang, padahal aku makan dari pagi. Jangan lupa lupa makan guys, udah di jam Indo nih udah jam 6 atau jam 7 atau jam 8 ya. Jangan lupa makan guys. Now the question is, how do I put the multi chat together, dan kenapa multi chatnya juga nggak mau? Kenapa multi chatnya nggak mau nunjukin chat di YouTube juga? Wait, I think on Twitch is also fine. One person watching right now is me myself, but it's a shame I cannot show your chat guys yang di YouTube. Bentar ya, I'm really trying to find the configuration. Apa ini? Bentar deh. Iya, ini pakai anu pakai stream elements. Bentar. Sorry, I really forgot how to use it. X,何してんの? Grab tab. What is grab tab? I don't know and I don't care. Yeah, it's good to have data, but where can I change the streaming? Apa karena is it because I'm streaming that I can't change the settings right now? But oh well, aku bikin gambar aja deh. Medipeng. Moga bisa ya sambil VTuber Maker. I hope the internet can handle it. Also, I really want to pin. I really want to try pinning the chat. Let me search a way to pin the chat. Before I go. Please. Nah, nggak bisa. Ya udah, I'll try to manually check the chat. It's kind of pain in the ass, but I want to check you guys chat too. Wait, yeah. Let me set the. What? Oh, never mind. Okay. Medipeng. Oke, tapi nanti abisnya langsung diem banget sih, so I'm gonna try add the song. Okay, nah, done, and then I'm gonna go back here, then we move to, ta-da! Yippee! First of all, I'm a variety streamer. I can do whatever I want. Because my contents are mostly mostly singing and dubbing, but like I can draw too. Anjay. Flex, I can draw too. But my drawing is not as good as other people's. Okay, for now I will open the chat on YouTube. I'm not sure if I can check on Twitch. I'll try to check occasionally. So really sorry for Twitch peeps. Though sekarang sih belum ada Twitch peeps. So okay. Let's just start doing. So yang lagi aku gambar sekarang ini adalah Octavio, tapi dibikin referensinya tuh based on Limbus Company. Oh my god, semenjak aku pindah, aku nih jadi pakai bahasa Jaksel Bingits. Biar gampang, I think I will try to zoom in. I'll try to zoom in the layar for you guys, so it gets easier for you guys to navigate. Bisa nggak sih? I don't think I can do it there. much better. So you guys cannot see my progress. Hahaha. Nah, jadi aku pengen kayak gambar derivatif gitu, gila seperti ini. Nah, terus aku tuh struggle banget di bagian ngewarnain karakter ini karena karakter ini nih ribet banget warnanya. Karakter ini tuh ribet banget colornya, sumpah. Like bajunya ribet, terus aku udah bikin line art, but I figured out, fuck it, I hate that, I hate line art, so you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna go and work on the coloring, and then I'm gonna figure out the rest from there. So funeral body, and then baju super the super demure body, super demure dress that right now I'm trying to figure how to connect them together. Tada. Aku tuh juga dari kemarin pengen bikin reference art buat Tamasitas. Jadi I want to become the mom of my own future, anjay. Nah, the thing is, if I make this, I don't know how to connect it with that. Let's just put a bozo right now. At the moment, I don't know how to work it well with this. I really want to keep the dress. It's so beautiful, but like, I don't know. Or should I just make it white? I like the color white. It looks beautiful. Mari kita buat warna putih. Nah, originally the sketch is supposed to be in white color. Warna putih for this one. I don't know, something about white. It's interesting. But there will be palette from here too later. Bakal ada palette dari situ. Nah, terus payungnya aku agak bingung mau bikin payung yang lebih fancy. So like, wait. Oh, itu nggak kelihatan kan? Oh, I almost doxed myself. Oh, thank God I'm not doxed. Where? I'm looking for it now. Apa jangan-jangan aku nggak simpan ya? Nah, gue tuh pengen reference-nya kencang banget kan, reference-nya kan. I want clothes that looks like this. And then for the payung, for the umbrella, I really want to keep it simple. Yeah. But like this one, I want to keep like the whole thing covered. But yeah, I figured the umbrella is a little bit difficult. Oh, but the face wouldn't show up because later dia ada maskernya tuh. So kinda useless if I work on the face. Lebih baik aku bikin di mukanya. Nah, okay, you guys cannot see the reference. Okay, but ini tuh kayak aku terinspirasi bikin masquerade. Jadi ini buat salah satu proyek yang masquerade centric. What did I want to? Puppet. And this is for armies, so that's the thing. Me just doing my army stuff. I wonder if I should do this too. Is it better if I draw another VTuber on my stream, or do I want to draw my? Because if my own, let's see, yeah, my own. I have like some concepts going on. Wait, but a lot of them are in cloud, So I'm gonna load that first. Here you go. Kita asal bikin ini aja, kapasitas reference aja. Okay, jadi I've been trying to work on. Wah, it kinda delays. Just turn off the Twitch one. Gosh. Okay. Should be better because I just turned off Twitch. Okay. But I want to turn on Twitch too. I'm trying to make the reference sheet for Tamasitas. Aku lagi coba bikin reference sheetnya Tamasitas. See there, tuh. Nah, and I think what I need to do, first of all, is like to determine what the heck do I want to do with this concept first. I think that's the more important thing to do. Kayak gue pengen ngapain sih dengan modelnya si Tamasitas ini, pengen diapain. So sometimes I get confused when like I have to put identities in this part. Wait for a moment. Yeah. So I'm very confused of what option is better to put. Actually, wait. Aku buka chat di sebelah. Chat YouTube. Nah, okay, much better. Yeah. So, what time is it showing in 58? Oh, delaynya lama banget hari ini. Or should I change it kind of delays today. Kinda delays, streamnya agak delay. But it's okay. So, back to concept. I'm pretty confused of what concept to make. I have two. Let me just open the other one. Right, for now. It's on the way. Wow! 2. And this one makes her looks like an opera singer. Ooh la la. Nah, cuman kegambar di atas badannya agak geblek emang. So this is like for a diva singer kinda model. I really like the shoom going on. I like the shoom going on. But another concept is just like using normal. But you know what I'm gonna do? I think the better thing to do is to make another one and then try to figure out the best concept for me. So what is this? I talked this in the previous stream tuh. Aku ngomong ini di stream sebelumnya, kayak Tamasitas tuh mau dibawa kemana sih? Where do I want to bring Tamasitas right now? And that's also the part that is kind of confusing me. Like I think my contents have singing for sure. You have the dubbing too, but this is like just fan dubbing. I don't even do official yet. I can also draw, right? But I think like every single VTuber can do this. I think this is not, kayaknya ini bukan wow menarik banget kamu bisa semua itu, keren banget. It's not something like that anymore. Jadi kadang aku bingung gitu kalau mau bikin desain Tamasitas, like what do I want to make out of her. I was also thinking of making like concept like an angel. Do I have it here? Wait, let me see. Yeah, I have it here. So, nah, ini konsep awalnya juga buat Tamasitas. Jadi bajunya frills, identical dengan frills, terus rambutnya sangat-sangat curvy, very curvy hair because there's like wavy hair, and I want her to look very warm. So let's just start with that warm. I did have some palettes. I'm gonna copy the palettes. I will copy the palette because it's warm color. I like the warm color thingy. Why are you so small, guys? Why so small? Oh, wait. Okay, wrong. Okay, nah. Okay, let's start from the color palette first. Dan udah ada color palette nih. Like, that's it. Also very confused. Like, what concept should I put with Tam? Is Tam a angel? Is Tam a human? But I think I just want to stick to being someone way simpler. Aku kayak pengen jadi yang simple aja deh, yang YSSA. Yang simple aja. To which yang simple aja is just being a full-time worker. A full-time worker. That's kinda dope. Yay, another full-time worker with us. But nah, I feel kinda boring. I didn't think also from like this concept, right? I want Tom to be an angel, but I'm not an angel. That's the thing. I want to be an angel, but I'm not an angel. So I'm so confused. The ADHD working. Yeah, but essentially I think, like, concept-wise, I really want to make Tam very same, like, with the others. Also very sorry, I want to do the Taffy one, but, like, I still didn't want to grab it, so let's just make Tamasiras. Yay, adding more project after more project, yay! So, yippee! This is Tam. I really want to keep the, like, this hair. I feel like this is my biggest icon, like the shrew hair. And then, like, I don't have Janong. I mean, I have Janong. Janong, what is Janong in English? So, like, the hair should, like, be wavy and don't have ponytails. No ponytails. No ponytails. And that's the thing. So I've watched some videos of like how to become a fancy VTuber. You must have a fancy design if you want like business wise. I want to go business wise with VTuber, but like I'm just starting, so I'm just gonna chill. So that being said, chill me is going to do chill design. I want to have like a bizarre design, but I'm not ready to overcomplicate myself with that. So let's just stick with this. Wavy hair, which I think is like the main identity that I have. Okay. And then like eyes pretty much the same. Want the eyes to look kinda colorful. Like if I put it like this, yeah. If I put like this, I look like a mommy, eh? But I don't want to brand myself like a mommy because I'm not a mommy. Some people call me the baby. The baby. Because my behavior is a baby. But if I put it like here, it makes me look like I'm a mom material. Oh my god, she's so gorgeous, y'all. Also, like, in terms of drawing, I'm very proud of my current drawing. Like, it's not as great as other people, I have to admit. Like, I think people learn faster than I do. It took me so long to be able to, like, just do stroke, like, here, right here, for example. And I still have a lot more to learn with drawing, but I really like the process of drawing now, and I'm really proud of my drawing. And I wish I can tell to like my 14-year-old self, hey, don't listen to what others say about drawing. Don't ever stop because your drawing now is very dope. that also goes to singing and dubbing. Like, don't listen to people who don't really appreciate your work because they don't understand. They probably don't have the same passion as you do, so like they can't really relate to you and won't do anything to stop you. So like, don't do that. I'm also thinking of like fan name. What would my army be named? Like my friends, some of them called their fans Compass, some of them called like yada yada. But what is my fan name? Tom's fan name. That's something I have to think too. If I want to like be more serious, which I really want to aim with this channel. Jadi buat kalian yang lagi nonton, for those of you who just watch the VOD or the stream, you guys are like pioneers of this channel and watch me becoming 10k subscriber later. Oh, let's go. Watch me become 10k, watch me become bigger than now. Wait, what the hell? The display just got gone. I'm adjusting the screen for y'all. There you go. Much better. Much better. Okay. Yeah, what's my fan name? There's something I have to think to, even though like I feel like I don't think I'm gonna have fans. I'm gonna be honest with you. Even if I have, I don't know what's a good name for y'all. And like I want to make the concept of an angel, but like I'm not an angel, I'm a devil. I'm a devil's advocate. I'm an ENTP. ENTPs are no angels, they're all devils. But here we go. Then oh la la, she looks so mummy and so cunty. To make myself look thick, but is it the right place to make her look thick? I don't know. Wait. I also really like designs like with curve because I'm curvy, so I really like curve. Curvy. Kirby. Curvy. Yeah. There. Much better. And then yeah, her hair I want to keep it way longer, so this long. Yeep. Yeep. What Gerard said with yoink? Yoink? Gerard, he like yoink, yoink. Hey, she looks so beautiful. I'd marry her. I'd marry this girl. Who are you, girl? You look so gorgeous. Who are you? Why you look so beautiful? Simping over your own design is crazy. So the art I aimed earlier is like putting that's the thing. I really like fluffed, so let's say that. I really like puffy clothes like this, like this, where it open up to make something like that. I really love it. Ta-da! I also have like real life clothes that looks like that, so and I really love it. I really love the bagginess coming. Baggy clothes, yippee! But I don't like oversized clothes. Oversized clothes is too much for me. And then wear this. I also essentially really like wearing blouse recently. Which is a work identity. Okay. Oh, they're so cunty. Oh my god. Oh my god, girl, it's so slay. Me and constantly like. Yeah, okay. And then like how to tuck your clothes. I'm gonna do it. Tuck the clothes. Tuck the baggy clothes. And then for me, I like using long skirts nowadays. I don't know, like they feel good to me. Yeah, I think they should be good. And then there's like buttons. Yeah, it's like the full-time office worker said, let's fucking go. Yo, girl, you go, girl, with your set, with your office worker set. And for the side face, like something like okay, that's too high. That's too high. By the way, I think I know why it's kinda slow. So I'm downloading some stuff right now. Aku lagi download beberapa hal. Kok nggak download sih? Download already. I want to download Wuthering Wave, but I forgot. Also, I think I'm gonna share it here. If you guys want to hang around on my still work in progress Discord server, I'm gonna share it in the chat. So if you want to join my Discord server, it's still being set up, but at least you can get notification. There you go. So if you want to join my Discord server, feel free to do so. But I won't be pretty active, I think, for now. It's still a whip. Also today, what I'm doing today is just like reading yaoi. There's like a very good webtoon called what was it again? Let me search the name. It's very good. The Rogue Prince is secretly an Omega. That's so good. Oh, and I can't believe I'm speaking about Omega first year. But I really love Omega First. So if you guys don't like Omega First, I'm so sorry for you guys. You miss out the best thing in the world ever. And you might be wondering, what is Omega First? Omega First is, let me search the definition on Google. And now I won't be using definition by AI. Omega First, alpha or beta or omega. Sometimes this is from fanlore. This is from fanlore wiki. Alpha or beta or omega, sometimes called alpha or omega first, is a king trope wherein some people have defined biological roles based on a hierarchical system. The terms were borrowed from older behavior research on captive wolves that had been misappropriated by popular culture but did not reflect current wolf behavior research. So why is wolves being carried in omega first? I can't believe I'm explaining this on stream. But it's okay. So the reason why Omega first had ties with werewolves is because werewolves in particular have like, you know, alpha pack wolves. Now the term alpha pack wolves, oh no, wait a second, does it run on YouTube? My Twitch suddenly stopped. Okay, but alpha wolves are the protective part of the wolves, and they also have like this thing called knotting, right? So knotting essentially is like when wolves have intercourse, they will the guy, the male, will kind of make the make like a knot. So a knot is like it like when it gets in, but then there's like a huge obstacle that cause the movement to stop. So the male produces the child materials inside. Oh no. the children material inside while being unable to let it out. Oh my god, I can't believe. Well, why did I talk about Omega first? Oh yeah, it's because this webtoon is so good. Now in the Omega first world, there's something called pheromone. So essentially, pheromones itself means that oh my god, I'm trying to see the delays. But so Alpha and Omega mentioned earlier. So Alpha is the protector, the person, male or female, who is having like the superior physical strength. They are very protective, and they are able to impregnate their partner, and the one that can get impregnated is Omega, whether it's male or female. And in the story, without spoiling too much, essentially, I can't believe I'm doing this with the concept art, but essentially, the prince is an Omega, meaning that he can be impregnated and can spread pheromones to attract Alpha to get him breed. But like the hierarchical system in the monarchy doesn't allow Omega to become an emperor. So like there's an emperor, there's an empress, and there's the kid, which is the male which is the main character. The main character is an only child because the empress is sterile, but this kid is Omega, right? And so that's why the mom, the empress, tries so hard to make sure that this son is known as a beta. So beta is where like us human beings, like the current human beings. So the mom essentially forces the kid to become a beta, which means their function to share pheromone and all that must be suppressed. And let's say that the Omega got really stressed until they met the childhood friend, which is the current knight. So the knight is like head over heels with the Omega, and it's so fun to read because there's so many political aspects going on in the webtoon. I really recommend, if you like Omega First, that is like consented and political, dramatic, you can read that. What is it called again? The Rock Prince is secretly on Omega, I think. Because Omega First is very controversial to a lot of people. Because first, male characters can get pregnant. Second of all, there's a lot of R word going on, if you get what I mean. There's a lot of like non-consensual stuff happening with the Omegaverse genre, but but there's also some with consent. Some in consent meaning like, because the thing going on within Alpha and Omega, it's by instinct, right? It's by nature. So when it's like peak season, they will forget about rationality, and that's where the non-consent comes in. And I can't believe I'm talking about this in front of my 1,000 subscribers and one viewer right now. I'm so sorry for the viewer. No. Actually, I'm thankful you're here, so you can hear me rambling about why Omegaverse is fun to read. I can't believe it. I can't believe we have been this far. That being said, let's continue with my drawing. But yeah, I really like. Okay, I've been also like reading a lot of like BL recently, boys love stories, and like some of the stories are really good. I am like an avid, super mega fan of Omegaverse, and I was one of the biggest hater of the genre at first. I didn't like the idea of how can like, you know, like it doesn't make sense that males can get pregnant. It doesn't fit the biology, and it's also disgusting to see back then when I was like very little. But I don't really know what finally triggers me to finally really start looking at Omegaverse. But I guess like the starting point of it all, the real deal, is this manga called Kashikomarimashita Destiny. Kashikomarimashita Destiny. The butler side is so good. Like, I really like the story. It's kinda confusing if you read it for the first time. But when you read it multiple times like I do, you'll start noticing some parts that you didn't notice before. You also notice like so essentially in that story, without spoiling too much about the story, there was like a butler and their master. The masters and the butlers were like into each other, so like master ex master, butler and butler. But the butler side in particular really hits me so much because the butler essentially there was like okay, so there's one master servant partner, like alpha alpha and alpha, like alpha master and alpha servant, and then there's beta servant and omega master. There's the master alpha and omega, they are with each other, and then alpha servant and beta servant, they're with each other. The beta servant, to make it easier for you, let me just write it. Because you're on, okay, master and butler. This is for Kashikomarimashita Destiny. I really like this series, and I really recommend everyone who just started reading Omegaverse to read about this. So there's like alpha master, alpha butler, and then there's there's omega master and beta butler. So they're brothers, like either brothers or distant cousins, I forgot. And then the butler used to like to love the omega master, but then something happens, so they both are like alpha master and alpha master and omega servant become in love with each other. And then the butler actually hates the omega master, but then he learned like, oh, this is the future wife and he's so nice to my alpha master, because these are like master servant going on, and then he starts looking at the beta and like, why are you guys hyping this beta so much? I don't get the hype, right? But eventually he saw like the beta is very secretive. I really love him. So his name is Miyauchi. Let me try drawing Miyauchi. So Miyauchi, he was someone who is very distant, like he's like a role model, but like nobody really knows who he is. Even his master don't know who he actually is, right? So the Alpha Butler got curious about the Beta Butler, like, what's the hype about this guy? Why do you guys like him so much? And then so essentially the Beta kinda was involved between these two affair. It's kind of the reason behind these two finally having a relationship. And so when the Alpha asked, because he saw like the Beta cried, right? He was like, hey, can you, so here's a story about myself and about my master, how he accepted me back then. So why don't you tell me your story? And then the Beta Butler was like, so here's my story. I like him, he likes someone else. His happiness is my happiness. And so I thought I can become the prince for the Omega Master, but turns out he already found the love of his life. So I'm happy. And then the Alpha Butler asked him like, yeah, so that Omega Master already got the good ending. What about the Beta? Then he's like, yeah, he's just being lonely forever. And then the Alpha like, no, hell nah. And so he's like pushing so much to the Beta, right? And the Beta is like, he doesn't get it because now I really like this also because this is like representation of disorganized. Oh my god, if I'm starting to talk about disorganized attachment. So the Beta is very disorganized because his father, he has Alpha Mom and Beta Mom, and everyone in this universe can get pregnant. I also really like in Omega First, like it differs per universe. So his mom is the sibling of the Alpha Master's dad. They are kind of like forbidden relationship going on, and so the Beta Butler stayed with Beta Mom, and the Beta Mom keep telling the Beta Butler like, you are not needed, you know, you should abide by destiny. Destiny is like Alpha and Omega being together is a destiny. And so while the Alpha Butler keeps approaching the Beta Butler, the Beta Butler starts to think like, why is this guy chasing me? And like he started to slowly accept the Alpha until something came up. The Omega showed up for the Alpha Butler, and so like the Alpha was very devastated because the Alpha Butler really want to date with the intention of marrying the Beta Butler. But then that's when finally the Beta Butler realized, oh, I need to be with the Alpha Butler. And so I explained so much, but I really like this series, Kashiko Marimashita Destiny. I really recommend if you are starting with Omega First to start reading that. I can't believe I'm just doing a lecture about Omega First for how long. Another Omega First I really like is Kiraide Isasete. That's also another one that I really like recently. So Kiraide, So Kiraide, I really like this one, Isasete. So Kiraide Isasete, it's about two Alpha and Omega couples in different ways. Now the first couple already have like 3 kids. This one they just started, and I really love the second. I don't know, guys, when it comes to like reading manga, I really love reading the second couple. I don't know. There's always that pattern. There's always that pattern where I like second couples. Oh, the frame is dropping. Nah. What's going on? Why is the frame dropping? Okay, it's not dropping anymore. I just realized it's dropping. Okay, but anyways, because I yapped too much, I didn't realize. So I always like second couples, but this one I like it because wait, where did I know it? Let me try remembering where they know. So the first couple, the Omega already had one kid from like an unfortunate incident. The Alpha, who was a student at that time, saw the Omega, who worked at his school, and they said like, "Shit, you are my favorite partner. Date me, marry me, fuck." And then the Omega was like, "What the hell? Nah, I ain't gonna do that," because he felt like I can do everything by myself. But then he saw that the Alpha not only tries to accommodate for him, the Omega, but also for the kid. He really loves the kid, so like, okay, maybe I can give him a chance, and then they date. This guy, I forgot why he showed up. The second couple, Alpha, showed up first, right? And then, it's because the second couple is the teacher of the first kid of this first couple, Omega. Now the Alpha was like in love so bad with the Omega in the second couple, but it's not because of, oh my god, you're a favorite partner, but it's because like the Alpha saw that the Omega was very kind towards other students. Meanwhile, this Omega was like very secluded. He was very quiet. He avoids people so much, and it's also because he lived in like an abusive environment. There's something about me and abusive environments, and then them finding the true love concept that I really like. So the Omega was at first very reluctant with the Alpha because like, what the heck is this guy chasing me? It's not like I'm making any fun for him, right? But the Alpha on the second couple really loved the Omega because the Omega is actually very kind. It's just a lot of people misunderstand him. So like the Omega is like, yeah, I think he's afraid, but I'm gonna give him a chance because I think he genuinely likes me. And so there's a moment where in this couple, right, they were like misunderstanding because the Alpha really wants to get the Omega so bad. He wants to marry the Omega so bad, but he's really trying to follow the pace. And I think that's so romantic. Oh my god, can't believe I yap a lot. I can't believe I take my time to yap about the Omega first. That's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy yap moment. But yeah, I really like Omega first. I really like it. In fact, I have an Omega character, but it's a girl. Do I have it saved? Let me see. Oh, it's I never made the art of her before. I never made her art before. Okay, I just remembered I haven't made the art before for her. But yeah. And like I've done a lot of quiz. Let's I'm very distracted right now. I just want to have a chat with you guys. I even forgot. I'm chatting with you guys. Guys be like one watcher. But let's go. I'm just gonna stop the reference venture because I think I need to think more about the concept for Temasitas. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to set the website to test the Omega thing, and I'm very curious of my current result. Last time I got like a soft beta, but let's see. Okay. Let's see. quiz. I'm gonna give a link to you guys to test it out if you guys want to. Oh my god. Accurate quiz. 100% guaranteed. That's crazy. Let me set the stream first to show the display. Accurate quiz. I don't know if you guys can see. There you go. Oh, I cannot censor the name, sorry. But what I can do, wait a second. Oh yeah, we can do that. Okay, so I don't think it shows everything. Hold on. Let me just give the link to you guys first. And then, and then this is crazy. There you go. Okay. Let me set up the stream so you guys can see it. Wait. Nah, ande. Huh? What? Why is it looping? Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. There you go. Don't see that. I think this is good. I think this is good. So let's do the Omega first test. What's my ideal partner? My ideal partner, and let me do show all so that we can scroll later. My ideal partner, I want my partner to become, I don't know. I want my partner to become someone who is protective. Can I choose? Oh, I can choose more than one. I want them to be independent. I want them to be assertive. I want them to be tender. I don't care if they're social. I prefer them not to be social. So the thing with partners, with the ideal partners, I don't want extroverted. I'm sorry, guys. If you're extroverted, I don't want you guys. Because I'm an extrovert already. And I... Okay, but it's more like this. It's not about extroversion or introversion. But I don't like being nagged or people being clingy to me, if that makes sense. I don't like people who are clingy to me because I rarely cling to other people. Also, welcome. I noticed in YouTube we have another new watcher. Currently, we're doing the accurate Omega first test. The link should be in the chat, so you can join with me together to join that test. And if you hear water recently, it's because I just watery. But anyway, watery. Don't forget to drink, everyone. But yeah, so oh my god, I can't believe we're doing this. So yeah, partners, I really don't like clingy partners. I am very independent. It's not being avoidant, it's just me being someone who really values independence for everyone, not just me. And I don't want, I don't know, I feel like I don't want my life, I don't want someone to have their life revolve around me, if that makes sense. And submissive, nah, please, like, I want to be pampered. I'm just a girl. I don't want to carry lives anymore. I don't want to awaken my savior complex. I don't want to become a mom to a childish guy. I don't want to become clingy. I don't want to become the woman who becomes the mother figure. I want to be motherly with my kids, not with my man. That's two different things. I don't want the bullshitty bullshit with partnership now. And I think that's why I suck so bad in the love department. It's because I find it so hard to find people who don't feel offended that I want independence when it comes to like relationships, but essentially, yeah, I am the submissive one. I want to be cuddled. Cuddly, sure. I want to be that, and I don't want social people as my partner. Or if you're social, please, like not like social where there's like 300, 200, 100 people you know. Or like if you're an extrovert, at least the extroverted thinkers, please. I asked for too much. Because I love extroverted thinkers or extroverted intuitive. I really love you guys. Let me just grab. Wait for a second. I suddenly want to drink chocolate. I'm gonna make it while we do this quiz. But and what you see right now is the epitome of ADHD. I guess doing everything by impulse, including doing this dirty laundry. Oh, also, for those of you who don't know, I am actually professionally diagnosed with ADHD, and it's important for me to mention it because I feel like a representation of us in public is good. So, jadi aku tuh udah diagnosa ADHD dan aku pengen emang kayak terbuka tentang ini karena menurutku sih penting ya untuk open up. Jadi mungkin ada yang bisa relate. Maybe people can relate when I say I have ADHD. And I'm also surprised in this line of work, being a streamer, it's not surprising to see people with ADHD. But for people who like work daily, I don't think it's still something that a lot of people know. And it's important for me to point out about having ADHD because it literally shapes my life. In the same way people, and so like that's why I also can understand now if like so there's the connotation of autism being a mental disability, right? But a lot of autistic people will get mad if you tell them they're mentally ill because they will tell you they are just different. Doesn't mean they cannot do things on their own and stuff, especially those who are like high functioning. And I feel like ADHD is the same. Like I don't like people who are kind of basically like assuming that this is a mental illness. But there's a lot of things that is explained when got diagnosed by ADHD. So now if people call me lazy, I just call them dumbass. You don't know I have ADHD because my default mode is I'm not lazy. It's just that I'm lazy at things I'm not interested at. I'm very not lazy in things I'm interested at. In fact, too passionate, too ambitious with things I'm interested at. So that being said, those are my ideal partners. Albeit they're not sure funny. I mean, I don't mind if they're a little bit more serious. I actually don't mind. I like Zayn. Listen, in Love and Deep Space, I really like Zayn. And you get how unfunny Zayn is? Yeah. Moderately, that would be me. So easily flustered. Nah. I mean good. Submissive, please. No submissive guys, please. No social guy, thank you. Where would I go for a first date? Honestly, I want to choose my house. Either my house or their house. But for a first date, I think going to each house is too extreme. So let's go to movies and dinner. You're doing a Kahoot with a group and your partner. Do you let them win? I'm an idiot. They'll win anyway. You ask someone out on a date. Do you pay? Listen. I absolutely pay. I feel like if I'm getting paid, like if someone pays for my food or something in date, I will feel like very uncomfortable. But I think recently I learned that I have to accept that because like part of being a woman is like accepting help and appreciate that you are being given something. Because my part is receiving, not giving. I hate giving. But my default mode is giving, so how do you spend your free time? Spending my free time, I listen to music. I also write, draw, anything artistic. And recently, I'm cooking and spending time with my friends. When you play an open world game, what do you enjoy doing? Let me pause. Oh, no wonder it's so tough. I just downloaded Wuthering Wave. Okay. When I play open world games, what do I enjoy doing? I enjoy exploring. First of all, I really like exploring in games that are open world. I like PvP too. Wizard hoarding, I like it too. Farming, I like farming. Best question ever, what is my favorite color? My favorite color would be warm colors. But, surprisingly funnily, I tend to orient myself towards people with cool colors, like Octavio, blue. Gerard. Gerard's color is not like warm red. His color is like cold red. And then, ATs. Yosang I think is cool tone. But honestly, if I ask favorite color, is warm color. And it's 45 question. Bear with me 45 question. But I think I will need to AFK for a while, so I'll be right back. Wait, yeah. Where do I mute? Oh, okay. I'm back. Hi, Virgil. Hello, can chat, but we'll be lurking. Hope you have an amazing day. I hope you have an amazing day too. And I don't know if you're coming the right timing or not, because right now we're doing accurate Omega First quiz. So I'm gonna warn a little bit ahead. Maybe some of the contents, maybe you will be confused, but it's okay. Also welcome. I'm gonna continue answering this quiz, which is like 45 points, 45 questions long. So, and for some chat, so I'm currently multi-streaming. So, I might have to switch from one to another because I cannot open my multi-chat for now. But yeah, let's continue with the quiz. I also have just made a cup of coffee. Yippee! I'm gonna drink it as said. So, you find out your friends have a group chat excluding you? What do? I hate this. I really hate if I have to be put in a scenario like this. But it happened quite a lot. So, in these cases, I usually just cut them off. Ouch, sorry. I just cut them off. I cut recently, like... Okay, it depends actually. If it's like, if this, oh yeah, because if this is a group chat excluding me, I'm gonna cut off. I don't care. Like, maybe previously I will be crying and being very sad, but wouldn't be able to do nothing. But yeah, most of the time I cut off because I feel like I'm not confident to keep up a friendship with people like that. Like, I just assume people hate me because I know a lot of people don't like me. So yeah. What website do you spend most time on? Chrome. I would say Discord. No, not Discord. YouTube. I spend the most on YouTube. Wait. Pick my idol superpower. My idol superpower would be... I actually don't care about having super strength. Maybe healing. Do you platonically flirt with my friends? I used to be flirting platonically with friends until I realized that it's actually a form of avoidance response. So like people who have an avoidant attachment tend to be flirty towards other people. If it's and also the case being is I used to like flirt both men and women, male and female friends. Nowadays, even with female friends, I'm very cautious when flirting them. I don't want to make a misunderstanding because I can't assume people's orientation and they might like me in that way, you know. So I just prefer to like avoid this altogether unless I know these people generally just joke around when they flirt together. So most part, I don't do it anymore. How do I handle stress? I listen to music. Or I do activities. What's my role in the group project? I'm the one who is in charge. I make sure like I take charge. I don't like I really love it if someone would step in and help out. Usually in that cases, I will just be a support for the team. But for most part, I always got teams that are a little bit more passive. So, and by passive, I mean they will just wait until people give them an order or give them a task. That's why I lean towards giving charge. But honestly, I wish I can do the bare minimum. Or I do whatever needs to be done. I think this is the more accurate answer. You need to go out late at night to go to the store. It's pitch black and the street lights are the only source of light. What do? I order. But I think there is no answer with this. Maybe make someone else go is the most accurate one. Because in that option, I will choose to order instead of like pushing myself to buy it. Oh, that's hot! You're sitting in class and your teacher is being frustrating. How do I handle it? I just ignore it. What's my favorite emoticon? emojis. Which countries would I like to move to? That would be Canada or Sweden. Recently, I want to go to Australia. Recently, I think Australia is very. This is me personally. This is what I think personally. I don't know if there's anyone who lives in Australia, but I think Australia is very good place for living. Even though, and now when I talk about Australia, I just remember I need to practice my Australian accent. But from my current job, I learned that Australia is very fair for their consumers. So I really want to have that too. And they are also very private. That's a luxury I can't get in this city, in this country. So I really want to have that kind of freedom. What color is math? Black. Do you like Andrew Tate? Andrew Tate, okay. This is a hot take, but I think genuinely, some things that Andrew Tate said actually made sense, but I can't really get what stuff right now. There were some quotes that he said that I can't remember right now, where I think like he's right, but for most part, he sucks. So just gonna say, I think people can do what they want. But the thing about doing what they want is that Andrew Tate isn't really a good person either. So I'm gonna choose who's that. Because if I said I will say no, but I wouldn't really say that he's a piece of shit, a loser. It's more that I don't care. What type of clothing do you wear most often? So, whatever I had. And looks good. Favorite trope. My most favorite trope, you guys know it. It's Omega First. Fun family, enemies true lover, miscommunication, Omega First, PWP. You just search on YouTube. You just search on Google because I cannot really say the stuff on YouTube, but PWP sometimes are good, sometimes are not, depending. If it's like leading towards non-consensual, I really don't like it. There's only one bird. I like that too. Comfort, angst, arrange. Yeah, that. Which of these fanfics will I read based on the tags? Major character death, angst, hurt, no comfort, fun family, terminal illness. Yeah. Comfort, no hurt, sick fic, wing fic. I don't get this. Graphic depiction of violence, kidnapping. That's really not my thing. This like very graphic genre is not my thing. The things that are specifically not my things are kidnapping and Stockholm syndrome. I don't like Stockholm syndrome. Lima syndrome, pork. Stockholm syndrome, nah. Strangers to lovers, tattoo, mouth, angst, love, no better we die like men. I don't know what the last one means, but I like the first one more. You're walking through a public space and see someone beating up an innocent person. It's just you three there at the moment, and the attacker looks to be more muscular than you. I will call the police. Where is it? No, there's no option. In this situation, I will usually go, but while I want to join in or intervene, I think I will stand there and turn around. And it looks like it sucked. But like, I don't know, in this scenario, I think I will be too confused of what to do and just run away because I'm very scared of interfering myself into other people's stuff. I feel like I'm very shitty person because I don't intervene directly to stop this. But I'm very scared. If I'm like daring though, I will just step in and yeah, and like try to get the person who is attacked away from these. What do I do if I'm sick and have a prior engagement? I would just reschedule. Someone is yelling at you for something you didn't do. How do you reply? I don't reply. I've been always getting people who... no, actually, I want to explain what's going on. Because this just reminded me of my current work. So my current work, I got complaints a lot as a frontliner. I got a lot of complaints from others, even though it's not my fault. So what I do in that situation is I empathize and sympathize with the person. And I got panicked. But I won't go to yell and insult at them. I don't think I'm capable to do that. You're on the internet and have someone manage to get yourself into an internet argument about something you're coming to realize you're clearly wrong about. I admit I'm wrong and apologize. In this part, I used to, like, when I argue, I block the person first before knowing that they're wrong. But if I like have like intensive argument and then I realize, oh shit, I'm doing wrong, I just gotta say, oh, I was wrong earlier, I apologize. I don't delete the tweets. I don't delete the tweets. Oh my god, I just saw one of the viewers telling my English is very cool. I already reported. Thank you so much, Pim. I'm watching you right now, holding you on my grip. And then, okay, what's my opinion on Elon Musk? Massive loser. Now, Elon Musk is where I draw the line. Twitter has become very toxic because, Twitter has become very toxic since there's the whole massive management takeover from Elon. It gets very toxic now. I really don't like it. And I mean, like, Twitter in the first place is like an echo chamber. That's why I've always been thinking of deleting my Twitter and moving to Blue Sky, but I don't use Blue Sky that much actually. So your friend comes up to you, how do I respond? I mean, I already know, dumbass. Thank you for telling me, I'm so proud of you. Usually I'm gonna tell that. No, I already know, dumbass. I kinda have a gaydar, but nah, I don't have gaydar. Thank you for telling me, I'm so proud of you. I'll pamper you and love you. What is your favorite genre of television or books? That will be drama. Drama. Probably. Recently it's romance. If you were stranded on an island and could only bring one thing, what would that thing be? That will be a book. You stumble upon a dead body laid on the side of the road. A quick glance around tells you you're alone. What do I do? Leave it there. Call off my friend. I want to say leave it there. That's a tricky situation. If I call the police, I want to call the police, but like I don't want to mess around. I don't know what you guys think about this. I will probably call the cops, but the cops, because it's not my fault, but I have a traumatic experience with the cops. So, which setting do I fight with the most? I fight with. I really fight with. I don't have a aesthetic. Maybe solar punk, cottagecore actually. What I'm most afraid of. I'm very afraid. Let me think. I'm really afraid of abandonment, I guess. What time of day do I like the most? That would be dusk. You just been invited to a potluck. Congratulations. What do I bring? I'm bringing a side dish. I'm not bringing anything. What is it? If we supply you the whiteboard and the whiteboard marker, what's the first thing I draw? My favorite fictional character. Text my friend right now. I'm serious. Ask them if I'm a cat girl, dog girl. Chat! Whoever is in chat right now, please help me answer this question. Am I a cat girl or a dog girl? I'm not gonna do the hassle of DMing my friends. I'm gonna ask you guys. Am I a cat girl or a dog girl? Please, guys, please help answer for me, please. If you just came to the stream and don't know who I am, just answer what fits me best based on the whole aesthetic I have with the channel. Please! I'm gonna wait until 3 minutes. If I don't get any answer within 2 minutes, then I'm gonna do a random answer. Or maybe I'm another animal, I'm not sure. Let me sip my chocolate. 2 minutes! Also, this is so hot. I regret drinking this. This is so hot. 2 minutes. 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Oh my god, you guys, you don't reply to me. I know Virgil is lurking, so you don't need to answer, but like the others, no one. Don't tell me that the lurker right now is only me. I am watching my stream right now to monitor the chat. Please don't tell me I'm the only person who is on the chat right now. That's so sad. No, actually, that's not really sad. I'm just yapping by myself, so no big deal, lol. But yeah, guys. Come on, 30 seconds left before I lock in my answer. Wow. No one? 15 seconds before forum close. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No one. Okay, I'm gonna choose myself an animal. Which of this image resonates with me the most? I'm T9. Hi, Ewu. Now it's Mikey's turn to ask you a question. Michael Afton from Five Nights at Freddy's. What in God's name am I doing here? Where am I? Oh, come on, Mikey Wakey. Ask the reader a question. What? Why? Back off, Mark. Other-chan is mine. Girl, Other-chan is clearly a passer like me. Guys, it's like we're back in 2015. I like waffles. I don't mind doing it. They're kind of silly. They don't like me. Oh my yes, bestie, I love you. Wow, we're at question 41 now. Really hitting big numbers there. Tell me, dear test taker, how are you feeling right now taking this quiz? This will affect my result. I'm excited to know my results. How do you know based on facts? I'm not Snork Mimimi, I'm not Hong Shu, I'm What the hell? When you're public reading smut or fluff, can you keep your face impassive? No. For both. No. Which fanfiction site do you use to read on? That would be AO3. What's my favorite animal? Cat. I really like cats. And my answer? No! 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 I don't want to be a soft alpha. Thank you for finishing this test, soft alpha. We had a mega fist and congratulate you for your rare second gender. Here are some things you might need to know about this diagnosis. As a self-alpha, you exercise that need for control instinctive to an alpha, but you do so in a way that isn't brash or harsh. This makes you a natural leader that's also well-liked. You are a people pleaser at heart, and you cry if you think someone doesn't like you. You did all the therapy and now feel the need to therapy others. You were an arts kid and wholeheartedly expected to get submissive Omega in this test. Should you enter the workforce, we recommend going to therapy, law, landscaping, farming, or even politics should that tickle your fancy. A soft alpha is most compatible with the flirty beta, lonely alpha, loner alpha, caring beta, independent omega, and a submissive omega. Okay. You got me, quiz. You got me. I want to get the submissive omega. Why do I get the soft alpha? Stop it! I don't want to be an alpha. This is my destiny. This is my destiny, y'all. I will never escape the alpha allegation. I will never escape the alpha female allegation. About control. I just realized recently that I've tried to control my life and probably even the life of others so much because I was in HR, right? I'm an HR, and also like in my job right now I have to control people's emotion and stuff. But I don't like telling them, I don't like pushing people when I control. Controlling is kind of a negative connotation. It's more like directing people. I don't like, hey, why don't you do that? Do it. I do it in a way that I'm seeing the person. If I see that they cry a lot, I will not joke at them. But if I see that this person is a thinker, I can like just, hey you, hey you, do your job ready. But like say it in like a tone. And yeah, I'm a natural leader. I've been a leader since I was a kid. My first experience being a leader is when I was in the first grade in elementary school. I was already a class leader in that time, so I've been groomed to become a leader. I'm a people pleaser, it's true. I want to stop becoming a people pleaser this year. Although in the line of being a VTuber, I think being a people pleaser, turning into someone who is not, is very hard, I think. Especially because I'm still young. I feel very disappointed if people don't like me and they don't tell me that they don't like me. I get that no one will ever be able to 100% like you. There will always be someone who dislike you, but like if this person is being nice to me, but then this person turns out to be very hating me, I don't like it. And I think a part of me to blame also is that I don't tell people if I don't like them. If I don't like people, I'll often think like, is it worth it that I'll dislike this person or think about this person? But I start to learn to not think too much about this. And feeling the need to therapy others is very true. Ever since I was a kid, I really like being there for people, especially those who are marginalized. I always try to show myself up, and it's people can say it's like savior complex, but like I really like listening to people, and when they tell me stories, they're like stuff. And I also like figuring out people, like when my friends are being very sad, I'm gonna like, hey, I'm gonna ask you a bunch of questions to track back right to your past why you think like this. I want to know if this is a recurring problem or if this is a problem you just encountered recently. And for 98% of that, 98% chance this is something that has recurred for a long time. I assume that this is something that has happened since the first time. So for example, for me, is my procrastination, which I think has greatly changed within these years. I still procrastinate here and there, but I don't procrastinate as much as I did before, because now I'm like, okay, I'm taking my break. Because in the past, it really bugs. It is such a hurdle for me in procrastinate that I kind of course I have like some projects that I still left unfinished until now, but like back then was very bad. Also like a confession, maybe. Also a confession. I just want to be transparent to my viewers. I'm not really a good person. I'm not perfect. Humans make mistakes. Some of them are fatal, and some of them change, some of them not. One of them in my case is that I run away from clients in the past. I ran away because I didn't understand my limits back then. So I keep accepting and accepting and accepting, and I find it really hard. And even until now, I still find it pretty hard to say no to things that people ask me with. But I'm trying to learn to like say no recently. But in the past, it's very hard for me to say, hey, I am very tired, please don't add more work for me, or hey, I'm very sorry, I cannot really do it for you. It was very hard for me to say something like that. And so what happened is that I was on the peak of my burnout and escaped, literally left unfinished projects that I should have done away. And one of them was very horrible, like this is like a teenage mistake, but I feel guilty until the moment I finally apologize. Is when I was 13, I'm just gonna make a confession right here. When I was 13, I created this sauna from favorite Oshi, and I used this account to make an utao. If you guys know my utao, I think I uploaded it on YouTube. Did I upload it on YouTube? I'm gonna see it later, but I used to like make utao with this person. I separated the persona of Kyakyakyu, this brand before Tamasitas, and with that persona. So I treat them like cousins. Because I opened a commission as the other persona, but I escaped from the client and I left it for 10 years. Now, quote unquote good thing is, I wasn't paid by money, I was paid by a drawing, but it still is very bad, guys. Like, even though it's not monetary, someone has been trusting me to do the work, but I just left them. And another issue I had is, and I'm just gonna be transparent too, it's with so in the past I made a lot of lyrics for this circle called Sweet Garden when I was KKQ. I was supposed to create one of the lyrics, but I escaped because a huge part of it is getting overwhelmed. But the bad thing I did was that I escaped without communicating that I actually cannot do it. I ran away. They were worried for like 6 months when I was gone, and then I returned writing an apology letter telling that to the founder. I told them like I'm gonna publicize this to the public as a form of accountability. And since then I established a new brand, and in this new brand I committed to myself, which is in 2022, but I have stopped working there. I transitioned back to this account. In that other brand account I mentioned that's now inactive, I committed to myself, I will be transparent, and if I feel like I cannot handle something, I will not accept new orders. Because I opened some sort of commissions in that other account, and it kind of affected. And I always want to speak this out with my audience. Maybe for some people this is stupid, like why do you admit that you're scamming people before? But yeah, I think it's before. Nowadays, like if I do something wrong, I just admit it and apologize and find ways to make it better. And now if I feel like very sick, or if I feel like I cannot do it, I just say, hey, sorry, I'm not really able to fulfill that request. I'm very sorry, I'm not able to work on that. I think you can pass that to someone else. And a huge deal of that I learned about putting these limits recently too. So it's a work in progress. And I think yeah. So that's one thing that I always want to confess to people in the early days. And yeah, being an arts kid, by the way, I am an art kid now. Should I enter the workforce? The funny thing about workforce is that right now I'm working in management. Like two jobs I've been in, I'm working in the management, like property management industry, but different. But politics, the thing about politics is that I think I am able to play with politics. I think I have the capacity to do so, but politics is very tiring. And the reason why I say I can do politics is because I like interacting with people, and that as time goes by, if you socialize with a lot of people, you will. This is very manipulative, I would say, but kind of like something I can share to people. Like, eventually, when you already socialize with a lot of people, you will know deeply of what they need, deeply of what they want. And in politics, you eventually like side with people who have the same alignment as you are, and you think you can get benefits from them and that you can provide it. When I say I used to be involved in office politics before, but it's because I was a fresh graduate who didn't know anything. Plus, I really considered that my position back then, I really need to know everything going on. What the heck is going on in the office? I need to know everything. But now I'm like, in my current job, and possibly even in VTubing, I'm just chill. I'm just chill now. Even in dubbing. So in dubbing, I didn't realize that I got a lot of peers who actually have a lot of followings, and you know that can cause people to think that either I am like an insider or I'm using these people for my benefits. I really don't want to come across as that kind of person. I don't know. It always happens that I always meet amazing people on the way, and they sometimes I didn't realize they have established followers, and I feel very, I don't know, I feel kind of burdened by that, because I don't know how to say this, but like, I just don't want friendships here or anything related to content creation to come across as if I care just because of the views. There's a lot of yap, and I think there's also a lot of oversharing for me, but I don't know. A soft alpha is more compatible with those part. Now, flirty one though, I don't think I fit with flirty people unless I can 100% sure that, okay, this guy or this girl will never like me, so I can flirt with them whatever I want. That's the only moment I will like flirting. Like in anything else, nah. I don't think I don't think you guys will see me flirting with you guys with the chat. I don't want to flirt with people as if flirts are for romantic relationships. And oh my god, I'm speaking like this like I'm like a virgin, but yeah. Man, that's an interesting test that we took for almost 2 hours, for 1 hour. That's crazy. I'm just dissecting the whole test. So let's go back to the just chatting. Yeah, there's a lot of self-sharing, but I feel relief when I share this stuff. I feel a lot relief now when I share about the past thing when I quote-unquote scam people and run away from my work. I have been committed sins to myself that I should not do it again. And you know, when it comes to like things that has become patterns, it's very hard to change patterns, but I feel like that pattern is changing recently, because I always tell people now, if I'm not doing good, if I can't do stuff, I'm gonna tell them, hey, sorry, I don't think I can do this stuff. And now that I think of it, I should have mentioned, I forgot to mention, I don't think I can work on some of the projects this week. But yeah, it's about knowing limits and setting boundaries. That's also the same with the politics things I just mentioned. So it's essentially, as a human being, you don't need to know everything. And I'm saying this like for example, in social media, right? There's wars going on, regulations going on, so many fast things going on. I'm deliberately choosing to not engage myself too much with updating this. because it stresses me out. It stresses me out, and I don't tend to follow mainstream, and I also don't want to. Yeah. And also about the politics thing. So, okay, in relations with ADHD that I mentioned before, I feel like ADHD has been giving me so much, both superiority, I don't know the better word to say. It gives me both strength and weaknesses. Okay, that's the better term. Because I was about to mention liability. So there are advantages that I uniquely have and disadvantages that I struggle with and have to be addressed. With ADHD, and also I feel like I'm not only ADHD, I think I also have autism. I tried some tests with autism before. I asked to myself, am I autistic? Because some traits of ADHD doesn't fit to what I feel. So, but when I search about ADHD and autism, it fits so much to me. So, for example, with ADHD and autism or ADHD, essentially, I'm stuck between impulsive and wanting everything to go with the schedule that I want. So, what did I want to mention again? Yeah. And that also extends to social relationships. So, I'm very fast. If I want to, I'm very fast at picking up details. So, for example, I see a person or see an office suddenly getting quiet. I just know. Or for example, I can take from the current office. I'm new in the office, and a lot of people pointed out that they are kind of overwhelmed with my energy, so I'm just being quiet right now, trying to adjust to them and try to read the whole room. But in so many days, especially in my first job, I feel it's very tiring to have to read the room all the time. And sometimes I'm too oblivious. I can't choose when I read the room, when I can't read the room. Sometimes I can't choose it. And the thing that also relates with the politics is that it also relates with the politics. I don't know. I tend to. I mean, essentially, we humans, we gravitate towards amazing people, but in particular, there's always like the happenings that when I interact with a certain community, I realize I'm speaking with people who are actually very established. I don't know if it's a common occurrence or not. This is something I learned from whenever I join communities. I somehow to always get to understand or even talk a lot with the higher ups or with influential people. Always got that impression. But like nowadays and so because I got like that interaction with influential people a lot. Like say for example in dubbing, right? I interacted with people who are very like they have like 10k, 20k, 50k, even 100k followers on TikTok and YouTube. And I know views don't matter, but as someone who has a relatively small engagement, it feels very intimidating to engage with these people without insinuating that you truly just want to collab with them without seeing the numbers. You get what I mean? So with dubbing collabs, that's why I don't do a lot of self collabs and I don't invite a lot of people into collabs, especially people who are established. It's not that I don't want to collab with them, it's that I feel like I already feel burdened by my own overthinking that people may take the wrong way if I engage with these creators because they have numbers and I don't. And I know like numbers are fake, but I don't want to associate my brand with that. But yeah, I always get to interact with influential people in any industry that I'm in. And I think that's cool because that means I can learn a lot from them because they are good mentors that I can learn a lot. But yeah, there also comes that eventually, like, the talk about being a natural leader, that gives a lot of burden to me, because here's the thing, vulnerability moment. I also feel like I'm a woman. Like, you know, women, they are very, I don't know, they tend to be like secretive, or I don't know. I am often associated, especially with a lot of male friends, that they don't treat me as a girl, they treat me as a man, and honestly, it kind of hurts me sometimes because actually me being able to do that, it comes from like a deep rooted issue. Having to put up a tough face, and yeah, I did mention this previously, but even my supervisor were confused to why I'm very initiative, why I'm doing things miles away, right? And I'm also in the same sense of like love thing. I'm very worried about my future love journey because a lot of men don't like independent women already. I guess I'm built independent because of circumstances. I wish I can become like a girl who is more feminine, or like I'm learning to lean and rely on people a little bit more. It's just that circumstances doesn't really allow me to trust a lot of people. Circumstances don't really allow me to depend on people. Though recently I learned to try to depend on others a little bit more. But yeah, that part where I'm independent and looks like I'm very tough and ambitious already, that already distinguished me from like normal women. Like, I feel like as a woman I'm very differently categorized. I don't feel like a typical woman where they're very soft. I feel like I'm a girl. Oh my god, we're speaking about identities, but like I'm so tough that people think I have this masculine energy and I like to dominate others. I like to control the situation. I actually don't. Like, okay, I enjoy controlling others because that's a habit. As controlling, I mean like leading a project or leading a team. I like doing that, or leading myself to do something. I like doing that, but I have to like learn to depend and rely on other people more. And I'm very worried about my love life in that aspect because that caused me to attract guys who can't do shit, because I can solve their shit, number one. Number two, I feel like guys who are like protector, guys who like to pamper girls or like pamper their woman, are men who prefer a feminine woman. They prefer a woman who is more gentle, and I can't really say I'm gentle in the slightest bit. I feel like I'm very rowdy. So that's why I'm very worried too about my love life. And also in the past, this is, I don't know, some people say a female who has a lot of male friends and a woman who has a lot of male friends are big red flags. Now, in the past, I only have male friends. Who tease me too, so I'm very used to like guys teasing me like, holy shit, I don't treat you as a girl, I treat you as a man. And then they are joking like men. for girls, if you don't understand what I mean, it's best you don't understand, because some of the jokes that guys make can be very nasty. But yeah, essentially they even accept like, oh, Tom is here, I don't need to worry about like making jokes, like guy jokes. And yeah, it's just recently I get to be more in touch with girlfriends and even with female friends. These female friends that I have, they're either alone, antisocial, or they have a lot of male friends. And what I mean by a lot of male friends is that they're the only females, or like only one or two female in their group, and then the rest are guys. And I'm very scared about that to my future love life, because like, dude, I got a bunch of brothers ready to beat you up if you mess around with me. But I feel recently I also have a lot of female friends who are very kind, because the thing with female friends is that I used to have female friends who backstab me or don't express that they don't like me, so I felt very betrayed. I also have a lot of issues with having female friends back then. I have some of the freakiest friends before, but now it's like I have some of the best friends. Okay, reflecting this year too, like I feel in it. So a lot of maybe for some people they don't think relationships are interesting. I find relationship very interesting, very important to me. Relationships, my current job, my previous job, this VTuber thing, everything is related with relationships. Whether it's friendship or business relationships or romantic relationship. I feel like though, in the aspect of career and friendship, it's getting really good. I'm now in the best place in my life where I got friends that I know will stick through thick and thin. Because I had this case of being scammed. I lost so much money, and I got friends who immediately were like, hey, I know a lawyer. Hey, too bad I don't have friends there, so I cannot contact the police in your place. You should do this, you should do that. And you know, that feels very warm. Like, even some of the people are like, nothing you can do. But like I have friends who genuinely really want me to be the best. Friends who scold me because I do stupid dumb shit. And I'm very grateful that I have friends like these now, because in the past when I was a kid, and maybe a lot of teenagers, like it's very rare for teenagers to find friends like this. And like in terms of friendships, I even have friendships lasting for almost 20 years now. Now counting back, I think it's already 10. No, it's I have friends who is almost close to 15 years friendship, which is very amazing. Like, I'm loyal, guys. I'm loyal and devoted. And like college, me and my college friends were already friends for like 7 to 8 years. It will be soon that we have 10 years friendship. That's crazy. And I feel like I was just attending college yesterday. So yeah, but yeah, I feel like I have afforded some of the most amazing people as friends now. I feel like I don't struggle in that area anymore. And in career, I'm not sure, but the current workplace, a lot of them are very good. A lot of them are very kind and good to me. And I feel like this is like the best workplace I have for the time being. Now the thing that I need to wait, did I meant okay I'm going to tell a story, and I don't know if the guys gonna see it or not, because this is like a very close friend of mine for a long time already. I just want to share stuff with you. I like oversharing. This is why streaming suits me so much. It's because I love oversharing. But anyways, speaking about oversharing, so in the past, I would say, the only relationship that I had very good lasted for a year, and that we broke up very bad. And then afterwards, like, I keep going constantly between having crush and not, and my crushes treat me very horribly. One of them were very kind, fortunately. One of them is so shitty. Like, they think I'm kind, but I look like a hag. That's why they said, okay, maybe if you become more beautiful, I can give you a chance. But the person doesn't really have redeemable qualities to begin with. So now I'm not. I'm feeling now, dude, you're so entitled to say that stuff to me. And then, okay, so back in December, I still remember it very vividly. It was my birthday, and I did say to God, can you give me Zayn in real life? I was so sad with the Fortress story that I was like, God, please give me Zayn, but please, I want Zayn that I actually can have a relationship with without having to part with each other. Because, spoiler alert, Love and Deep Space Zayn story is about like that avoidant relationship where for some reason Zayn and the main character just can't be in a relationship because it's cursed by the god. Now, hey, I manifest, God, please give me someone like Zayn. Zayn is literally my ideal character, my ideal partner. That's like my ideal partner out there. Let's Zayn. And like, God, please give me Zayn. And a day after that, I forgot what triggered it, but like I traced back a chat from my friend, from this guy friend. Let's call him A. So A is my friend for like since I was in school, like 10ish years already, and we're still friends until now. This guy, I noticed he was more initiative at chatting with me. And for your info, this guy really rarely chats with people. He doesn't care about people. He feels like hanging around with people is useless. And he was hated back in school because he was very cold. He is very cold and straightforward. If he says no, no. And a lot of people hate him because of that, and excluded him because of that. But then I realized that, oh, this guy has initiated a lot. And then I asked my friend, hey, did you have contact with A? And they're like, no. And I'm like, huh? What? Because I told them my female friends, and one of them is like a very close friend for like such a long time. Let's call her B. So I told B, did you contact A? Because we used to be best friends. We used to have like this ones. We used to be in one circle. We used to hang out around together when we were in school. I said B, and A liked B before. So I like, B, did A contact you? B like, huh? No, I just knew that you guys even contacted you and A Tam. What? You haven't contacted him? And like, no, she said. And like, dude. And it's because like chats, so I didn't notice it much, but it traces back to like 2 years ago. So I have a lot of conversation going on between me and A, and there are moments where I feel like A is like showing compassion, which is very weird because this guy, again, as I mentioned before, this guy doesn't give a shit, you know. And then when I realized, and then the mistake I did was that I read his birth chart. And then when I check our birth chart, like there's this, and that's why I avoid birth charts in astrology nowadays. Fucking tarot is a scam. So you know the birth chart thing where they put the compatibility chart? Now, usually, even me and B, so A and B's birthday is 1 day away. Me and B, we have some parts in that birth chart reading that is not compatible. So sometimes we can clash. But me and A, everything is literally positive. There's like no complaints at all in that birth chart. So I was getting ahead of myself. And then I just remembered this guy, he's literally has the personalities like Zayn so bad. Like the stoic self, the not caring about people, but actually caring inside. And then like being like to be spam messages. So, and I used to joke with B before, like, hey B, because I used to have dreams. Okay, so this is like a very weird dream, but I had a vivid dream where I was approached by several guy friends in the school, but then and then in that dream, eventually I chose A. And that's like a long dream. And so I told my friend, hey, B, you know, B, I think if I can date A, that would be nice. And then B asked like, why? I mean, A is scary, you know. And so then I asked B, hey, B, did A ever discuss you about these stuffs? And then, including romance, because this guy has zero clues about romance. Absolutely zero clues. Like, when I talk about that with B was very surprised. Like, huh? Tam, did he discuss about romance fiction with you? And I said, yeah. And I said, huh? He never discussed that to me. I just knew he discussed about romance. And so I'm like, huh? So, I thought, because B and A, they were literally friends since they were babies, you know, because they were born in the same hospital, and A like B. So I expected that so I expected B to know a lot about A, but then she was like, huh? I don't know that about A. And then like, huh? Only me know about this? What? And then the mistake I have is that the birth chart thing, and because he's so Zayn, so I kind of like went into a rabbit crush that lasts for like 3 months. No, 2 months I think. Oh my god, what did we even talk about? Romance. And this guy, I swear to god, he is so gentle. Like, wow. Either he is very gentle, or I never received such a gentle treatment. That's why I'm very surprised. Like, this guy ticks a lot of boxes that I have about romantic relationship partners, right? And that's just the deal breaker. But as time goes, some of the deal breakers actually don't fit. So like, I cannot really put it in. And not to mention, he doesn't see me as a romantic friend. He doesn't see me romantically. He just sees me as a close friend. That's another thing that I have to respect. But yeah. So, but moving on, back then, he was very gentle. There was one time where he buy a merch for me. He told me like, hey, there's this merch, you want to buy it? And I say, yeah, please buy, please. And he was in another city from me, so I said, hey, can I no, at first I negotiate, right? Okay, I said, can you ask the merchant to like negotiate about the price? And then he's like, I mean, I can buy it if you want to. And I'm like, dude, I wish I said, yeah, you can buy me. That's the thing, I'm very not used to people being kind to me. So like, I was like, no, you don't need to do that. I will just pay for this stuff, right? And then, the second thing also, this was a Honkai Star Rail merch. Okay, this is a Honkai Star Rail merch. he knows I like. Now, for the record, people here know I like Argentine. For Twitch viewers, the reason why you just know now is because I never streamed before about this. I did stream in the past. About Honkai Star Rail and how I like Argentine, but that's in my YouTube channel. But so a lot of people, including A and B, know I like Argentine. The thing that surprises me so much is when A took a picture, like, hey, there's also merch of Docha and Sampo, and I was like, dude. Now Docha, I can understand if people know I like Docha, but Sampo, I did like Sampo in the past, but only several people know that I like Sampo. It was like very short. It was back in 2022 or 2022. It was very short. The time when I really like Sampo was very short, very short. And this guy knows I like Sampo, even though I never told him I like Sampo. So like, huh? Where does this guy know I like Sampo? Eventually, I learned. At first, he told me that he just know that I like Sampo, but I forgot. There's another thing he told me where I said this guy was lying when he told me he just knew he liked Sampo. He know I like Sampo, and that's a huge. Now, my favorite characters are a huge deal for me. Someone knowing my favorite character is a huge deal for me. It shows that this person knows how much they care about me, because my favorite characters really matter to my life, and yeah, that amplifies the crush. And then the reason why the merch hasn't been sent to my place is because he's constantly searching for a small box to put the merch in, and I was, oh my god, this guy is so sweet. and also, like, I asked him, hey, do you want me to spam? Is it okay if I spam your chat? And he's like, yeah, I don't mind. So I like chat him a lot of time. Oh, there was also one time. So okay, oh my god, there's so much story about A, and I really like this. There's also this time when me, A, and B were playing. We played together, and like, for a record, we haven't talked for a very long time. And then B was like, hey, I'm gonna leave now, bye. And then me and A were in the voice chat, bye. And then I asked him, hey, don't you want to leave? And then A said, I think I want to discuss several things, but I don't know what to discuss. And so I started discussion, and we had a call for like 2 to 4 hours long. Oh, and by the way, I just met A yesterday. And we took a walk around the mall. We had like 10,000 steps. He kept talking about 10,000 steps. Like, hey, so every day I take 10,000 steps on mall. I walk around. So yeah. And also when I talked to this guy, he was so attentive. Like, he constantly reassured me that I'm a great person, that he knows I'm very strong and all that. And like, I know these are like just words, but there were also times where he showed he really wanted to help me out with, especially streaming. He even mentioned this to me, like, maybe I will bring him to stream someday. But he mentioned before, like, hey, if you want me to stream with you, I don't mind. But I asked him, but do you want to become a streamer? I asked to A, because I think that being a streamer, everything you do, everything you talk about will be public, right? And like, I know for a fact, this guy is so introverted. He hates social life so much. And he doesn't even play social media. He don't play social media, guys. He doesn't know Twitter. He doesn't play Facebook. He doesn't play Instagram. He don't play any of that. He only plays Discord. and WhatsApp and WeChat and Line. Those are the only thing. And that too, like his friendship is very limited. Yeah? So that. And then I asked him, do you want to stream? And then like, I'm not sure if I want to stream. I'm like, then why do you offer yourself to have collab with me if you don't want to stream? Because I also have friends who really want to stream, and so I always ask them to collab. But this guy, dude, you even never tried streaming, and you don't want to become a streamer. Then why do you want to stream with me? But yeah, he took legs to like show me, hey, I think you can do the streaming, stuff, and we share so much values that I was like, oh shit, God, is this the same I'm looking for all this time? But now I don't. But some things happened, so like I immediately got very heartbroken, and I don't have a crush anymore. But I just like, I don't know, I'm very excited whenever I talk with him or be with him. Like I feel like my inner child just goes back when I talk with this guy. Essentially, my inner child is back when I speak to a lot of people, with my friends, people I feel comfortable with. But also maybe because I know this guy for so long. But that guy, the treatment he did to me, and like the stuff that he like everything about this guy makes me feel like, holy shit, my previous crushes were all piece of shit. Some only I mean, like, exes, when we talk about exes, I think they're all great, but like I think they can do better. And obviously I don't intend to return back to them as like having a relationship. I just wish them happiness. I saw that they are starting to pave their own ways. I'm so happy that they are going that way. And I feel as a VTuber, it's very weird in this place where it's about process of relationships, and then you talk about exes and relationships. But I just want to talk about it because we just talked earlier about what friendships. But okay, point being is that every single thing A did to me, and how compassionate he was, and it really took me by surprise that this guy is very attentive. That made me realize, hey, motherfucker, like my previous crushes before this guy is totally horrible. Very, 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 very horrible. Very disgusting. I regret having crush on some of these people. And he really raises my standard so much. So in romantic relationship, I also already have a list of standards. And obviously, I also want to talk about the Wizard Liz case. If you guys don't know, so the Wizard Liz is a very popular YouTuber. I look up to her because she has a lot of advices I think make sense. I think a lot of her advices help me to set boundaries and know the best treatment I should get. I'm not saying like, oh, guys should buy me millions, blah. I'm not that lavish. I don't feel comfortable if you waste your money on me. But yeah, for most parts, more like her advices were really helping. And then there was the case where she has a husband and she has a baby right now. She is pregnant right now, but the guy cheated on her. And so it begs the question of like, I'm not saying all men are bad. I have guy friends who are genuinely kind to me. I have guy friends who suck, but it's not because they're evil. It's because they're dumb and stupid. But yeah, but in the romantic department, I also feel like as a woman, it's very hard to engage with them. I think romance is kind of important in my age now. I feel very lonely a lot of time. I want to hang out with friends, but my friends are also occupied with other stuff. So it's kind of understandable in this age that you want to have a partner, especially me who is like very extroverted, me who is like very relationship centric. I want to have a quality relationship with a lot of people as I can. Uh, and it feels lonely when you have to be with yourself. I want, and one of my goals in life is also to have a small family, so it kind of makes sense that I want a partner too. And I'm not brave about like raising my own kid. The thing about that is that, and I also, I, that too in the romantic department. That's why I feel it's very hard for me personally. I have ADHD and autism, and it runs in my blood. So the person who will be with me, they will eventually have to know that okay, our kid will have ADHD, our kid will have autism, or they will carry the genes to them, and it will be 10 times harder to take care of the kid because things are very different with them, and that society expects so much from us. So and I know a lot of guys don't want to deal with that, and I don't feel like I can handle it all by myself. I, even with living for myself, I'm very struggling. I'm not like I'm high functioning. I can work by myself, I can cook by myself, I can clean, but I will eventually need accountability partner to help me with these stuffs. I eventually will need people to help me with stuff that I need to do on daily life. I still have contact with my family, and my family still help me to assist me in daily life necessities. Which is what I mean. Not to mention, again, my personality is not something that a lot of men find interesting, and even like real physical appearance. I'm always feeling not confident in this, and also I'm very scared of getting, because I have an instance where another content creator harassed me sexually for my physical appearance. So I get very scared if we are talking about my physical appearance. I know it's unprompted, maybe that's triggering, I'm very sorry. But yeah, that, and like physically, I'm not what you call in the beauty standards. I don't even know if I qualify average, because guy friends will call me like, I also remember when I was in school, I was called like a what is it, like a cow dung or like a cow, because I'm fat. Even though I think I'm not that fat, I think I'm just chubby in real life, but still, that took a toll. And then added that I have low self-esteem, so like things can go very dangerous if I don't choose the right one. But then that's the thing. I can't really control these situations of like having stuff like that. So what I can do is just do stuff, and it gets, and again, when it is doing things all by ourselves, kind of feel a little bit lonely. Well, now I try to cope with the fact that I have God. I'm trying to get closer with my religion now, but it still feels a little bit lonely. Like, I wish there's a companion near my life who can like strengthen with me together. And no, none of that cheating stuff. I'm past the stage of wanting drama. I have to be honest with you. Like, I still watch like people talking about drama, but I'm past the age where I want to engage in this stuff, nor do I want to like talk about this stuff a lot. Even though I just mentioned about the wizard list earlier, which is drama in itself, I guess. But also, like, please, guys, please, if you, guys and girls, if you have a relationship and you feel like the ship is starting to sink, please just discuss to break up and not like search for another opportunity while you are still in a relationship. That sucks so much. That sucks so much. That sucks so much. And like in that term, I also feel like I have to be more vulnerable. And like it begs me the question too, because like there's guys like A who, I'm not trying to put him into a pedestal. He's kind of shitty in his own terms, but like the way he treats me personally is, yeah, I think honestly good. Way better than other guys I encountered before. So again, that makes me wonder, like, where do I get friends or acquaintances with qualities like these? Do I find them on church? Do I find them on communities? Or do I have to pursue academics just for that? But then, like, you know, eventually time passes by. I think like all these yaps about relationships aside, I think the most important thing for me is to focus on myself first, because I have always put myself on the last line. And there was this quote saying, "You are never someone's choices because you don't even choose yourself to begin with." That hits so deep with me. And I have to admit, I can relate with that quote, that I never choose myself first. I always choose others. In the past, particularly, always choosing another person, always choosing other people, always prioritizing them. And okay, maybe in terms of community, you know, in case we want to build a YouTube community or my community, I want my community to be surrounded by people who can support each other, but also set their own boundaries, because there's a lot of people who have good intentions, but lots of times they don't know the real boundaries. If you get what I'm saying, some people don't know boundaries at all, and it's important for us to it's important for us to also be able to determine that kind of boundaries for ourselves and for other people. That is my chapter for 2025 and 2026, setting boundaries and focusing on my personal goals. And it gets a little bit lonely for now, because I think in my particular part, I feel like I have built an audience, but I feel like I have to build it again from the beginning. With you guys, whether you're new or existing, I'm very thankful that you are sticking with me as always. Even though I don't stream as much, I'm looking forward to streaming even more by upcoming months, because I think I want to venture into streaming instead of like doing the whole video thing. I find most enjoyable to interact with you guys directly like this. And yeah, like the journey can get a little bit lonely, but it's okay. It's process, so we trust the process. Oh my god, talk so much. We started from working on concept art and art up to talking about Omega First and Crush. That's crazy. Also, for your record, I think A sucks. A sucks. No, the previous one. A sucks. But I don't know what the future will hold. For now, I'm just wanting to focus on myself. I want to focus on relationships, or more quality relationships, and more developing into better places. I can definitely say I'm living in a much better place now than before. I'm much yes, I'm basically thinking like, hello, you're doing, hi Gene Studios, welcome to the channel. I'm doing good, how about you? hello. Yeah, I just chatted a lot. Thanks for having me. Thank you so much for joining too. Where did you discover this channel? So I have to do my introduction. I'm Tamasita, nice to meet you. I usually make contents of singing and dubbing in YouTube, but I'm wanting to stream mainly to interact with people and build community. That's great to hear. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. That's good to know. That's good to know. Because because I think the state of the world is kind of shook right now. So it's good if we can have a good life ahead. I was searching for the best streamer on Twitch and found you. Aww. Wait, what? There's something called best streamer on Twitch? Where can you find that? Like, is that something that's suggested by the algorithm or? Also, thank you so much. Just did. Oh. Dude, I'm literally just, I don't know, you're a dude or a girl or a person, I don't know, but yeah, gender neutrally, dude, I just yap a lot about like the future, about relationships, about having the quiz earlier. So I was having an Omega First quiz earlier because I talked about Omega First, and I forgot why I talk about Omega First in the first place. I also forgot. But essentially, the relationship, the result hit me, and I yap about the result. I yap a lot too, but with some people, you know, that's nice to know. That's nice to know. I'm relatively new in Twitch, and in streaming in general. So I just got a place where I can actually do at least I can just chat every day without delays. Because in the past, oh, you're from Japan? No, I'm not from Japan. I'm not from Japan. This place still sucks in the connection, but I'm in a much better place now because in my previous place, I have to decrease the quality for streaming. But you're very lucky to find me today because I'm living in a much better place right now. Sorry, no problem at all. No problem at all. Do I wish I live in Japan? That begs the question because I did like I do want to that's the thing. I also contemplated about wanting to live in Japan before, but I think recently instead of Japan I want to live in Australia. Maybe you mistake the I think you also kind of ask if I'm from Japan because of the time, right? So forth, but time. I see the hashtag on your stream saying Japanese, so I thought you're from Japan. Wait, really? Mate. But you mean that? Yeah. Oops, I forgot to remove that. I forgot to remove that. I can speak a little bit of Japanese. I'm learning Japanese a bit. That's fine. Yeah. I'm learning a little bit of Japanese because I have like future desire to expand my career. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you. Are you also speaking Japanese? Are you also from Japan, if I may know? And also for time zones, the time I'm showing on the stream right now is not Japan time. It's actually Australia time. But I'm not living in Australia. I want to live in Australia though. I think that place is awesome to live in. But it's very expensive. I can't. No problem, you know, no problem. Do you want to learn Japanese? Because Japanese, I think especially if we are native English speakers, it's very hard to accustom to Japanese language. But you know, like games and stuff, and also the climate of streamers, there are a lot of Japanese streamers too. So, but I do want to make Japanese only streams someday if I'm more confident in that. Because again, I guess Japanese is quite hard to learn, but I love to visit Japan for sure. Yeah, definitely. I also want to visit Japan someday. yeah, Japanese is very hard if you are English. If your whatever language you're speaking of, if your language is like not in the same structure as Japanese, it's very hard to learn. Not to mention they have like this tone stuff going on, and then just the different of speech, how to address seniors, how to address people who are your colleagues, and also the kukiyomu, which basically means read the room thing. There's a lot of things that needs to be considered in that, but I think Japan as a country is very beautiful. And for me personally, like Japan is where I can achieve my dreams too, in a sense. But I don't know if it's okay. It may be possible because one of my dreams is to become a professional dubber. But I'm not sure what dubber. Do I want to become a professional English dubber? Do I want to become a Japanese dubber? Do I want to become so I'm from Indonesia. Do I want to become an Indonesian dubber? I'm not sure. But yeah. Do you watch Japanese streamers? Japan is surely a great country to visit. Yeah. Do you have any Japanese streamers that you watch? Since you discovered the channel because of the Japanese tag, I was wondering if you have other Japanese streamers. Oh, you're from Indonesia? Yeah, I'm from Indonesia. I'm surprised you know about the country because not a lot of people know about the country. A lot of people know only Bali. I'm not from Bali though, but people know Bali more than Indonesia, so I'm pretty surprised you know about Indonesia. Unless you're a Hololive watcher, then that makes sense why you know, or Nijisanji watcher. I think that explains why you know Indonesia. But and yeah, I know Bali, but I also know Indonesia. Great. Because a lot of people they don't know about Indonesia. Unless you know Hololive Indonesia or Nijisanji Indonesia, but I don't think people know about the country a lot. And I want to get out from here. I want to get out from here. Also, I'm multi-streaming. A lot of my, but I don't know, my YouTube audience is getting really quiet. They are just lurking. So I'm currently multi-streaming, and so I have a YouTube. My YouTube is mainly having Indonesian content. If you're interested in that, if you're interested in like singing contents or dubbing contents, even though you don't understand. Hey, really sorry, gotta go. Mom's calling. No problem. I'm so thankful you're joining the stream. Thank you so much, Gene Studios, for joining. Don't worry about leaving. You can leave and come anytime, and don't say sorry. I hope you have a good chat with mom, or maybe you have to sleep. Oh, thank you so much for following Gene Studios. Thank you. I will visit your channel too after this. Thank you so much for the follow. Don't worry about leaving. I hope it's not something bad with your mom. We'll hang out soon. Okay. See you. I think I'm also going to end the stream because I'm getting a little bit exhausted too. So I have a lot of fun yapping today. Me and my yappers. Me and my yappers. Yes. So I think I also gonna take this chance to end the stream. So thank you so much for joining the stream. For 5 viewers, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next stream. Bye.